So Prasad sir, thank you so
Hi.
much for giving this opportunity.
Thanks for your time as well.
Okay, so Digital Terminal, we work for the IT industry and we are one of the trade media working from last 15, 16 years. So great to connect you today. And for this discussion, we were really excited. We have set of queries which I can throw one by one to you.
Sure.
So, audience, today we have Mr. Prasad Balakrishnan, who is CEO of MiPhi Semiconductors Private Limited, which is the new entrant to the semiconductor revolution, which is going on currently. And we are fortunate to catch him today. And let's have a discussion more on this, sir. Sir, are you excited to talk on?
Absolutely excited. Thank you, Rajeev, for having me here. Appreciate your time.
So MiFi is new to our industry. Okay, means in our ecosystem, we can say it's been more than a year that we are discussing these MiFi semiconductor projects which we are doing. So if we can start, MiFi is still in early days, but already creating some buzz because we are a lot of news which is coming to us, and I saw you visiting Computex also. So might be something is going there. So could you walk us through the inspiration behind founding the company and the key milestone achieved over the next past 6, 8 months?
So when we wanted to actually create something, we were looking at one of the big gaps in the Indian memory industry per se. You have a lot of players who are basically selling petabytes of memory in this country. And when I say memory, it is removable storage, external hard drives, internal SSDs, your USB drives, memories of all of those things, every type of memory that is here in the India subcontinent. Unfortunately, it's not designed in India. They are all brought in by big players from outside, either United States, Korea, Taiwan, or China. All of these memories are coming into India. There's this big gap in this country, which was about the gap of designing memory ecosystems in India. And we consume tremendous amount of memory. I mean, just the conversation between the two, three of us here, our phones would have probably together collectively more than 1 terabyte of memory. You just imagine how much petabytes of memory is there. So we wanted to address that one gap. That was where the thought process started. So Micromax being India's largest EMS, they got an electronics manufacturing DNA inside them. They have basically penetrated to every household in India. They've been here for over 30 years. Then you have Phison Electronics on one side, world's largest NAND controller manufacturing company. More than 3,500 patents, unbelievable R&D organization based out of Hsinchu in Taiwan, right? So these two companies married. They came into a joint venture. One's technology, one's EMS together gave birth to MiPhi. Mi from Micromax, Phi from Phison. Okay. I come from a storage background myself. My majority of my career has been on storage and storage related technologies, all the way from my last stint in HP or before that in Seagate or Cray or whatever, right? It was all storage, though I'm basically a low level embedded technologist, right? Product based guy. And I came into the mix. The parties came together. We decided, okay, we will launch MiPhi. The intent was to basically take the tech of Phison, which is unbelievably remarkable in memory, probably the global leader in memory. Around 80% of the SSDs that you see on the planet will have a Phison controller inside it. Amazing technology company. And then Micromax, which has got amazing EMS DNA, right? The company knows electronics in and out. They've been pioneers in India in the world of electronic manufacturing. Bring them together and then start designing. So designing in India is not going to be easy because one, the skill has to come up, people have to come up, technology has to come up, factories have to be set up. Every piece of this puzzle has to be fitted. And the first 6, 7, 8 months was basically fitting all of these things with revenue being generated as well. Happy to say that now we have our lines running in Greater Noida. We have designing the memory. I'm sitting out of my R&D office here in Bangalore. I have a good R&D team. We are upskilling, we are growing. We have full support from Phison's R&D, great support from Micromax infrastructure. So they're kind of, protected by two good parents, and it's easy for the child to actually grow up in. But we have created our own name, brand in consumer, in enterprise, in AI, embedded, all of these things. So now we have named customers everywhere that we can actually talk about, give reference on. And we also have decided to truly grow international as well. So it'll be an amazing thing for an Indian memory going international with an Indian solution. Should be a good story for anyone. So that is the next step. So it took some time, but I think we have done pretty decent.
Yeah. It's an easy task to create from scratch, and now you are building it, though the expertise you had earlier, Micromax, we know the story of Micromax. One time it was a top smartphone in India, and every household has a Micromax phone. So on the legacy of those, success and expertise, I'm sure that, whatever the consumer or the enterprise products you are bringing will definitely serve the purpose, and opportunity is immense. You started at the right time, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sir, when you said the consumer, the products are already there in the market?
Yes. Absolutely, in the market. You can even find my product on Amazon as well. So those are the consumer drives, right? So the consumer product line of SSDs, we have already launched. We recently launched our really, really good product called Storm, which is our external SSD. So there's a gaming platform that we are launching. So on the consumer side, we are pretty much set. We have a good set of partners that we have lined up, a good set of recurring customers which are coming in. So that's actually good traction that we have built on the consumer. We have also have good traction that we are creating on the enterprise side of things as well, on the enterprise SSDs and so on. So Phison has got some things which are very, very unique, right? So since they're core R&D, everything about their product, their tech, their controller, the way they position the product comes with a lot of quality, a lot of endurance. And, they play it for the big boys, right? So they make products with exceptionally high quality. And our job is a little bit more easier because we're not starting from ground zero, though in India we're starting from ground zero, but a lot of these tech and assistance of the factory side of things or on the assembly side of things or on the R&D, the board, and all of those things are already figured out by technology companies. I just need to bring them in, design them more, write more code, make them our own, run my PCB lines, and then make in India, a genuine designed in India storage. And that's a good story. So we have done that pretty decently for consumers. We have our lines running. We got this product qualified with a lot of big Indian government organizations as well. So that gives us a good precedence in those accounts. We have done a lot of enterprise qualifications with big Indian OEMs, ODMs as well. So that gives us that credibility to go into that space as well. So I think last year was all setting up all of these pieces. This year is actually taking off.
Yeah, sure. It's not, you are responsible as a CEO, you're responsible for, it's not about the consumer, enterprise, and different verticals. Government, you said, so government breakthrough is a very crucial one for the initial stage where you guys are. So one more clarity about, how the business model is you guys are following. It's a national distribution model or RD, or how the channel ecosystem is working.
They are also aligned with us. And this year we will be having even more partners that we'll bring in. The tiering of how we organize this pyramid, is over a period of time. I don't want to basically pre-decide and get prejudiced on this is how it needs to be. It's always better to just see where the needle is going towards and then align accordingly, right? There's a lot of macroeconomic conditions also happening. You really don't want to put all eggs in one basket. At the same time, not book any eggs either. So it's kind of a balance that we got to do. Right now, the focus is to basically create cutting edge technologies in AI and I'll come to that in a while. But AI is going to be an area where we are going to be focusing very heavily on. We believe we have something very, very good. And then the consumer, the enterprise, the embedded side of the business, basically the run of the mill business that keeps going. And then we start creating value additions on the other areas for larger reach and larger ecosystems.
That's great. Means, channel plays very important role and it doesn't comes overnight. Okay, so you're working on those policy, you're already having set of custom partners who will.
It really doesn't come overnight. That part I agree.
Yeah. That's great, sir. I'll just move to my next part because you discussed about the lack of a gap about designing and all, which was not there in India. There is a skill or skilled workforce is also a challenge for India. So, what is MiPhi doing differently to build a future-ready talent pool, and how are you addressing the current skill gap in the sector? So, if you can answer.
So, I have been doing this for more than 25 years in this country, and I'm a big believer in the amount of abundance of engineering talent you have this in country. Every college in this country has got one superstar. It need not be the IITs and the IACs out there. Every college in India has got one superstar who's unbelievably talented, just waiting for the right opportunity. So we have a very good internship program where we work with multiple colleges, we hire them, and then we kind of train them up from ground up, right? And then we also are setting up innovation centers in multiple different colleges around India. We signed a couple of MOUs with a few of these colleges with a few weeks back. And so we are factoring in getting the talent in and then going into place where the talent is to be. And you work with the board of studies, you kind of understand if this can be integrated, if this can be integrated. And then it's actually a slow ecosystem growth that we need to create. Government has been significantly kind enough in helping industry, education, academia, collaborations also. There's a lot more happening in the ecosystem right now, which is also helping us. You are getting a good bunch of talent, but not to the level that I would actually expect, because a lot of these highly talented individuals are well placed and well set in established enterprise global organizations, right? It's not easy for me to basically go and say, why don't you come over? And they would want to know, what am I coming there for? I'm already here, I'm set. I've been here for 20 years. I figured this out, right? So it takes time. I can understand. So instead of actually we going and finding out all those big boys and coming and building us, we went the other way, which is, okay, we have a nice tier of people who are very talented. Now we start building up from the bottom up, get nice, high quality students who come in, graduates who come in, build that ecosystem up. So we send the people to our parent organizations to get trained. They come back and then they basically train the people here, right? So there's a lot of cross travel that happens between my R&D and the Phison R&D. A lot of communications happen, a lot of discussions happen. So we're trying to home grow this strength. And over the past 9 months, I believe now we have one layer, which is pretty much good in one area. And then we have other layers also coming up. So I think slowly that ecosystem will also build up. When these kind of companies like MiPhi and similar technology guys start pulling this in, the abundance of software talent that we have in this country can also be slowly converted into product, electronics, design kind of things, right? I think there's no country which can beat India in terms of software expertise, writing solutions. Unbelievable, right? Immensely talented people you will find in Python, REST, web services, SDKs and all. You just walk, you'll find 100 people. Flip the coin down to ASIC, and then suddenly the number from 100,000 goes to 1, 2, 3. And that's because those were not there, right? The children did not have the opportunity to go there. And so that ecosystem also takes time to come up. I think over the next 5 to 6 years, you will find India is going to be much more balanced in design, much more balanced in product development, much more balanced in software development.
That's great to know the reason, because hiring people was not your goal. You were just thinking of taking good kind of, students from the colleges going there and hiring them on an initial level so that they are growing with
So
yourself with the
Rajiv, there
technology.
is two reasons to that, right? Way back, somebody believed in me, correct? Somebody, way back. None of us have become talents overnight. Somebody, and I don't want to name him, he's an amazing, all the leaders and managers that I've worked with, leaders, unbelievable guys. They were kind enough to give me an opportunity to help me learn. I've been doing this to this country for
Giving back.
20 years, and I will continue to do this. I believe in the children ecosystem. It actually helps building this country to the next level. I owe it to this country.
Let's get the first opening line answering this query was every college has a superstar. So I really appreciate that kind of vision you are having and you believe in local talent. I'll move to next part. So you already talked many things about the partner ecosystem developing, talent pool you are working, and overall the factory has started. Means everything is in the pipeline. But maybe there are some top priorities for you in next 12, 14 months. If you can share those priority and in terms of technology you are focusing or the market or the product segment you are more focused on.
Okay. AI. Everyone in every boardroom in the planet is now talking AI. Either they have decided to adopt AI or especially in your line of business, your biggest competitor is going to be AI very soon, right? So every boardroom is talking. Should we bring it in? Should we not bring it in? Should we adopt it? Should we touch and go? Should we have a base barrel and stuff like that? One of the biggest things that is actually happening in the world of AI is the cost of infrastructure, the cost of energy, the cost of data centers, the size and the magnitude of these massive data centers that are being set up, right? Energy becomes a big issue. Compute becomes a big issue. I believe we have built an amazing platform and technology called AI Adaptive. And what this technology amazingly does, and Phison has worked extremely hard to pull up this technology, and MiPhi started designing a lot of solutions around this platform. We believe that we have invented something which is so disruptive that can change the ecosystem of infrastructures for AI, like bring down the need of GPUs by 2x, 3x. Reliance on getting cloud locked, getting model locked, giving customers an opportunity to get freedom from all of those things, right? All because of a superlative technology that we built up, which kind of extrapolates the memory of a GPU and extends it to our amazing technology that we have. So that is going to be the single biggest focus that I will be personally involved in, where we want to basically work with universities, research institutes, SMEs, startups, MSMEs, data centers, and government. And this is a technology that we took into Indian space. We qualified it. We took it into Indian government. We worked on it very hard. So we have some recurring good customers that are happening in terms of that. And that technology is actually opening me doors left, right, and center everywhere that I go there. A lot of CXOs, CEOs are ready to have a conversation. Just not another memory guy coming in, but he's going to give us something that is going to be a good story for us to connect. This technology enables me to now go into universities, colleges, and help them to basically do on-prem live training, inferencing, fine-tuning, foundational model, large language models on their own thing without the need for massive budgets, without the need for massive infrastructures, right? So that is very unique. So that is going to be my critical focus area. Along with that, we are also bringing in low-level, chip-level technologies as well to a lot of these design solutions that we want to make in this country, right? Where we believe, and it will be launched and announced in the next couple of 2-3 weeks, we should be making some noise there. We are planning to basically bring in an ecosystem where we believe that we can bring actual low level, chip level, board level design elements, which can change the way MiPhi is being looked at. So it's not just memory, it's also into the memory ecosystem, and it also drives into the other parts of the micro semiconductors in this board, right? So that will make us into a pure electronics design semiconductor solutions kind of company. So the verticals will be consumer, enterprise, AI, and then special design services that we are going to be doing, and then solutions that we are going to be writing. So it's a broader vision, Rajeev, if you understand. But predominantly, my focus is going to be bringing more and more design elements, bring more and more solutions, and then go into that AI spectrum where I believe I can bring definite value to a customer who's thinking of AI.
Yeah, so the entire roadmap and vision is very clear from your side, and we will be waiting for those announcements. Okay, sir, I'll just move to, because you talked about the product and everything, but you are eyeing the global footprint also with these kind of investments. So, how do you see the kind of opportunities globally you can see, and what are the industries or the industries where these products, especially top 2, top 3, your choices, will be consumed? So where do you see the consumption will go, and how this
Universities, absolutely, universities. So AI, I'll just talk AI for a second, and then I'll come into the next of the things, right? AI, if I look at the world of AI, everyone talks AI, right? And then people think AI is just chat GPT, I ask a question and answers. Well, yes, absolutely, yes. But then there is a mile-long technology behind it. There are multiple different kind of models in vision, image, speech, transformation, text, and then multi-models. And there's a lot of these different things, right? The infrastructures that are required to build these are going to be massive. But the people, the talent also needs to come up. The top knows AI. The big boys are investing in AI. Government is investing in AI. Who is actually going to be using it is a big question mark, right? Now, you need to have people coming in with that skill. So definitely universities, research laboratories of AI, SMEs, startups, which are actually looking into AI ecosystem. They're spending a lot, and getting locked on models, getting locked on clouds, getting locked on situations. We just need to free them up quite a bit. So I believe our solution can fit them. So that is one area where I think there'll be a lot of my products going in, definitely as a vertical. The other area where I believe I will bring big disruption is in solution development, right? A lot of people out there writing customized hybrid models in AI, trying to solve specific use cases in pharma, fintech, BFSI, lot of areas. I mean, AI goes everywhere, robotics, IoT. People are getting confused with IoT and AI considerably. But I think that is one area where I believe we will have a lot of our customers. And then the big boys will come in. The big boys meaning the big data centers and the big governments will definitely come in. Right now, I can go and talk to them. I don't think I'll be taking that serious at this point of time. Though they will listen to my story, they'll understand my story, but they'll kind of think, okay, you're still the toddler. Why don't you grow up a little bit? And then let's have a conversation, right? I think that parental conversation will start after a year, I believe. But by that time, I also need to set up my environment, my company, my ecosystem, my support structure, my assembly lines. They also need to be ready when I go and meet the big boys, right? Because what's the point? They are ready, and if I'm not ready, that relationship does just happen, right? So definitely on that. Now, on the other side, enterprise, definitely we'll be having tremendous focus on enterprise SSDs, of the world's most densest SSD, the world's fastest SSD, the world's very first USB 4.0, Gen 5, Gen 6, those kind of enterprise, we will have a lot of focus customers that we'll be working on. A lot of our products are already being qualified by a lot of big guys. So hopefully we will be able to get a good traction. The consumer channel business will just keep running. So no worries. And I will definitely go international from India. Absolutely. I'll be international. 2026, I will go international.
I'm sure
2025, 2025, this year. Yeah.
Oh, we have almost 6-7 months left out, so we can expect this year also. Sure, sir, it will happen because the kind of vision and the government push and the ecosystem is favorable. So I'm sure that this vision will go outside India and will be a proud another Indian brand to
I
sell.
would be very, very happy, personally delighted, excited if in Indian memory is being exported. Trust me, I've been in memory for a long time. It will be the biggest cake that I'll get when I see our memory being exported out of this country. That'll be phenomenally awesome.
It will happen, sir. That will surely happen. I'm sure I can see the vision and the entire roadmap is very clear. There is nothing so much of confusion about because the initials are good. I'm sure there are a long way to go, and you'll be very soon sharing a news with us also that now we are international also.
I hope so too. I hope so too. We are working very, very hard.
Right, sir. And it's something we as a media also carry a proud kind of thing that our brand is being sold outside India and storage
We are based,
which is amazing.
I mean, leave the media, leave the industry, everything, but there's a desi inside all of us. There is that small thing, right? It actually gives you a little bit of pride.
Yeah, and I saw that pride in your eyes when you said that.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
great, sir. Sir, I'll just because you have some other engagement, I'll have to wind up my discussion with last comment from your side. You've been given a very great responsibility as a CEO to handle the entire business of this organization, which has a lot of legacy, and we have seen how the Micromax was successful in the smartphone business. And so, what will be your take, and what will be your message to the partners, to the customers? Because you are from this industry only, you have your older customers already working with the brand. So what will your message, two different messages to one for the partners who will be selling the solution and one for the customers whom you're eyeing?
So the partners, it's very simple, right? One, okay, let me first tell you the other part of the ecosystem. My responsibility is very big because the companies who have founded me are big, massive. They come with a lot of legacy, the extreme hard work they have put in. So I can understand the expectations that they have set on me is also not going to be low levels. It's also going to be high. I completely understand that. But to my partners, I'm absolutely a firm believer that I become successful when my partners become successful. And I'm an absolute firm believer in that. I do not think I can run the market or go into the scale of this ecosystem unless I keep my partners extremely happy where they are becoming successful. And I want to grow with those partners. So I have my absolute commitment in creating a very, very good partner ecosystem. I have an open door policy. They can always reach out to me. To my customers, I know that MiPhi as a brand can only exist for the longevity if I'm extremely reliable, extremely high performing, absolutely good on pricing, and if I have very, very good RMA and support ecosystem behind me. Micromax is known in this ecosystem. India-wide service centers are there. We have a very, very good back-end team that is actually operating. I have been in this industry for quite a while. I understand exactly what is required from the consumer to the enterprise. I've been in multiple global MNCs myself, so I understand what it means to build an enterprise. And I sincerely believe that if I want to work with enterprises, I need to start behaving like an enterprise. I know that. And I believe in building an enterprise. To my customers, we will offer you absolute reliability, endurance, performance, support, commitment, with a very, very good partner ecosystem that will also support you like MiPhi intends to do, and preserve the name and the value of a Phison product. That is very, very important for me to carry on.
That's great to conclude. This message will go a long way because, this is just a beginning and you had just started and a lot of excitement and new things will come on. and will be part of those journey and will witness the development which you are eyeing, sir. So with this, thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I'm privileged to have you on this discussion and really want to share these messages to the entire ecosystem, Indian IT market, that MiPhi is here with a big bang, sir.
MiPhi is here with a big bang. That part I can agree. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajeev. You take good care of yourself. Take care of your family also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.